and welcome to Studio
Set
Stage, a weekly podcast with us, Cynthia Mallard
and Mark Dean, where we take you from the studio to the set to the stage
in the world of entertainment.
Hey guys, I'm Cynthia Mallard.
And I'm Mark Dean.
Hey guys, and we are Studio Set Stage. Yes, we are back. Thank you for joining us for another week of a fantastic, as we like to say, a fantastic, awesome podcast where we take you from the studio to the set to the stage.
Yes, Studio Set Stages out there. What is up?
I know. So much has been going on these few weeks. You know, we always like to say, just before we even get into it, we are on all social platforms. Mark Dean, break it down.
Yes, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Google Play.
That's right. We're still there, guys. And you know what? We are broadcasting live. So I'm excited.
Yes.
Go on. Don't forget to go on our site, studiosetstage.com, because we do realize that somebody could come by and just shut down all those digital platforms, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Please.
So we got our own site.
Please come to our home.
Come to our
which
home
is our
site.
official home, studiosetstage.com. Sign up, please, because we got a lot of things that's in store. So stay tuned.
And listen, guys, we've got ways for you to support, right? So one way you can support, like Mark Dean was just saying, you know, go check out our site, you know, go through it, you know, find out some things about Cynthia Mallard, things about Mark Dean.
Yes.
And then look at our items that we have on there just for you Studio Set Stagers.
Yes, indeed. We have some merchandise.
What you say, merchandise? Just go on there and buy some stuff, man. Just show your support, so, okay?
Yes, indeed. We appreciate all the support. And again, thank you guys. For those that have subscribed, thank you.
Yeah.
And continue to support because, like I said, we've got a lot in store.
You know what? It has been a rough week. You know, I'm just going to be honest with you. I have many friends who live in the Studio Set Stage life.
Yes.
And it's like, and I know you can relate, Mark. It's like up and down. I mean, one day, Monday, you got like amazing things going on. Then Wednesday, you're like, oh, what? And then by Thursday, you might be under the ground. Then you hit by Friday, you're like, oh, I'm back up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
as
this is the life.
As they say, it is a journey. It is a ride.
It's exciting. It's exciting.
Yes.
I will say, what's up, Alicia? Shouts out to you. Thanks for hitting me up like every week. Just talking about how much you're enjoying Studio Set Stage. So we're going to start shouting out a lot of you guys who
Most
contact us throughout the weeks and stuff.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, definitely. And we definitely, like I said, appreciate all of the feedback, like the emails, the comments.
Yeah.
We've definitely been checking them out so they don't go unnoticed. So please continue.
Can I tell you one thing? That we are at the end of the summer. Can you believe it? Like, y'all, like summertime, like they told me, like I have some friends, like most of my girlfriends are like educators and then I have a few mentees and they're already getting like their school supplies and things like that. And it's like, where did the year go?
Yeah, I'm already in 2020.
Yeah.
Because
I can
right
see that.
now, I mean, this is the second half. We're now heading on the downslope, and we're approaching the end of the year. Soon we'll be saying happy holidays.
Yeah.
But I tell you, one thing that does not stop is time.
Yeah.
And you have to use time wisely. And that's what it's all about. It's about moving forward and providing you with tools and resources that you can use. To all the Studio Set Stagers out there, you know, you got to keep moving forward like time. You know, and that's what it's all about.
It's about moving. You know, today's episode, like we're going to talk, you know, of course, you probably have heard the amazing producer, writer, actor, Lena Waithe. She's inked an overall deal, guys. I will tell you about that. It is mind-blowing, of course. Yes. And then Mark Dean, I know Jay-Z, right?
Oh, man, Jay-Z, I mean, you know, the first hip-hop billionaire, Jay-Z. But he's definitely making moves, and kudos to him in terms of pushing ownership. And that's what it's about.
And then also, guys, of course, you know, this is the second week, I should say, Lion King at the box office. So, you know what? I want to give hats off to, is it Quentin Tarantino? Amazing. Just great. I took my son, I have a 4-year-old, and he, amazing. He loved The Lion King. Of course, for those of you who are unfamiliar, Lion King. It's the remake of the 1994 animated version, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, this is Studio Set Stage. And, of course, we definitely wanted to just go out and just support. So, did you go? You checked it out, of course, right?
Yes, I did, man. I did. And I enjoyed it, with family. And it was just great, the remake. And, everybody remembers the original, the animated.
Yeah,
and
totally,
for some that have seen it on Broadway. But classic. And I was so glad to see them, keep some authenticity.
Well, they kept the script. They kept the script. And we've heard,
authentic.
other podcasts, other media personalities, other, stations or whatever talk about the Lion King or whatever. And if you haven't heard, of course, it was a dark version. It was totally very dark, like the animated series, you still had like a little bit more, what do you say? What am I trying to say? It was like a little bit more sweeter, for a lack of better words. But this right here it's kind of scary.
Yeah, well, it was live. And, I loved how they were able to really bring that realness to it, with the live animals and how
their facial expressions.
Yes, it was just awesome.
Yeah.
Rafiki, my homie.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
But also, kudos to all of the actors that, really did. They handled their business.
Come on now, James Earl Jones.
Come on
now. Come on, Mufasa. Come on, Mufasa. You better go.
The original Mufasa.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome. And really you could see it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But the story, just that's kudos to the original writers, creators of it, and also the people that was behind it, as far as with Disney really having the vision to do the adapted live version of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
They needed something.
To everyone that haven't seen it, definitely go and see it.
Yeah. I went to theaters right here close to the crib, and when I say like most of the theaters, I'm sure all of you have gone to see Lion King.
Right.
You saw the same thing. Like it was like lines. It was lines. To get in. So it's been a minute since I've seen it. Like
I saw
that.
it wrapped around the building.
Yeah. Well, it was a great film for, like I said, parents to enjoy with their kids. Like I said, I'm a mother. I have a 4-year-old, and he thoroughly, and of course, he was throwing popcorn and stuff all over the floor and stuff. But he also, like totally enjoyed The Lion King. Now, I will tell you that Studio Set Stages. Of course, I've always got a bone to pick with some things, but I like to think that we here at Studio Set Stage, that we bring to light the things that we really, really want to talk about, the things that we really, really want to hear about, right? As far as when it comes to people who are in the industry, people who are who are actually grinding out and living the Studio Set Stage life.
Right.
There was a dispute, and not too many people have addressed it, and maybe because of the superstars who were involved in, as far as the actors, right?
Oh, you mean the actual cast?
The actual
the
cast, exactly.
Okay.
So I felt like everybody, had no dissension with a lot of the people, like Simba, Mufasa, the Queen, Rafiki, Pimp, Pimp was a Pumbaa, Pumbaa.
Okay.
Those were greatly cast.
Okay.
I did see that there was lots of objections to Beyonce having the role of Nala.
Really?
Now, I remember like hearing about like when she was first cast. Remember when she was first cast? Everybody had found out she was first cast as Nala, right? So I just wanted to give her, I wanted to give Beyonce the Queen. And yes, I am part of the Beehive. So don't try to come for me.
Okay.
But I'm just
really. All
yeah.
right.
I am. I will say I am self-professed part of the Beehive.
Part of the Beehive. Shout out to the Beehive out there.
Love how she is just it on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But I will be honest with you now. We're going to put this out there, okay? The Studio Set Stage, of course, is Mark Dean.
All right.
They
throw me on
Mark
in there.
Dean and
Really?
Cynthia Mallard. But
okay. So what's up?
were you impressed with her performance as Nala?
Well,
oh God! When people say "well," what does that mean? God.
Well, wait a minute. Let me give you a chance.
Okay.
I'm saying, I thought with her because also tied in with the soundtrack and all of those things. I really thought that she added a certain flavor that made it that brought it into the now.
Okay, so you're jumping ahead. I asked you one question.
Oh, okay.
What did you think about her
just
performance as Nala?
Oh, as Nala.
That's what we're talking about. So this is for all of my fellow actors, fellow performers.
And maybe I'm looking at it from a different angle.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about. From a different angle. I mean, we know that she's a superstar. Like we all know that Beyonce is a superstar. Like hail the queen. I bow down. I get it. She's an entertainer.
Okay.
But the question was, what do you think about her performance as Nala in Lion King?
Well, honestly,
you keep saying
I'm just saying watching. I'm just saying watching it because I really, being a fan of Lion King.
Okay.
I just was.
Okay,
so you're saying with the story. I really didn't pay.
I'm a fan
too. Didn't pay. I really wasn't honing in on.
You didn't pay attention.
Her. Yeah, like that.
So basically, you're saying she could have been there or not been there, right? That's basically what you're saying.
No, not necessarily.
That's how it is interpreted. So let me tell you this. Since you're afraid.
No. Why don't you go ahead?
Well, you're afraid to say it. You're afraid.
No, because you have more of an analytical point of view because you're the actress.
Well, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
You have those things, and I've done my thing in that too. But I'm saying you have more of an analytical viewpoint. So
it's not even that. It's just that I've done the work.
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like I've done the work.
That's what I'm saying.
So what I saw, and I had this conversation with a couple of fellow actresses.
Okay.
Kind of just off air or whatever.
Okay.
After we had saw the movie and things like that.
Right.
And I'm just going to be real with you. They were so upset. They were so upset, and you know what? I sympathize. I totally sympathize. Now, studio set stages, for those of you who are not in the business, you haven't, maybe you haven't gotten on the journey yet. You don't know what it's like to actually be cast, or you don't know what it's like to actually go to auditions and go through rejection after rejection. Even though you may be great, but there's so many other things that are at play that you do not get chosen for that particular role. So, I say I sympathize because, and I think I had tweeted this out. I don't know if you guys had, saw my tweet at C Mallard on Twitter, or Cynthia Mallard World on IG. But I literally had said, and I was very unapologetic about it. Someone else should have played Nala. I'm saying it. Yes, I am. Someone else should have played Nala.
Okay.
I'm just it's the truth. Well, you don't agree with me, right?
Well, I'm saying
no.
I
I was making a joke online, like on Facebook. I made a joke. I said, you know what? This is exactly how the contract went.
Right,
it went like this.
Right.
Disney came to Beyonce.
Okay.
Hey, you're the hottest. You're the hottest chick in the game. Entertainer. Can we get you to do a song for Lion King? Can we get you to do the soundtrack? Beyonce responded, but yeah, if you give me the role of Nala. And then Disney probably came back and said, whatever the hell you want.
Okay.
So that's, in a nutshell, is how I think it went.
Right. Well, and like I said, I think you have more of that viewpoint.
How do you think it went?
I thought, obviously,
you don't think it was
successful.
accurate? But I'm saying, but my scenario, do you not think that was pretty accurate?
Well, from your standpoint, obviously, and like you said, you talk to fellow actors and actresses.
Listen. We're
kind of had that viewpoint.
We're all in studio set stage together, right? The thing about this profession, especially theatrics and performance, you can be surrounded by the greatest actors. You hear me? You can be surrounded by the best people or whatever. Most times, if you are a horrible actress or a horrible actor or whatever you want to call yourself, and you are surrounded by seasoned veteran actors, it makes you stick out. It makes your inept ability stick out even more.
Okay.
It does. And I think my gripe was I mean, because we see actors all the time who are horrible.
Right.
I can say, hey, I've had some roles I'm horrible in. I mean, seriously. Just recently, I booked a role on one of Tyler Perry's shows. So who's to say? I may be horrible, I may be great. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in that moment in time, I booked that audition. You know what I'm talking about?
I understood.
But for Lion King, I think I'm really speaking on behalf of those women who have lived the role of Nala for years, maybe on Broadway. And I was just wondering, did they even get a chance to even audition? Were they even considered? You know what I'm talking about? Because it's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking when you have put your soul, your heart in this, and then somebody just kind of walks in just because they're big as far as like a big singer. This happened again before. Didn't we talk about this with The Wiz?
Yeah, we did.
So what was the scenario basically?
I think during that time, if I can recall, because somebody else was talking about with. I guess it was the one with Michael Jackson, Diana Ross. But I think the original on Broadway, if I wasn't mistaken, was with Stephanie Mills.
Stephanie Mills, right?
I believe.
But they cast Diana Ross, right?
Yeah.
But it flopped, right? Is that what the deal was? Or it wasn't as successful? Like it's ingrained in our DNA.
Classic,
right, classic now. But at the time, I think I read that one of the reasons why it wasn't successful then is because everybody remembered Stephanie Mills playing Dorothy.
Yeah, Dorothy. Right. That's
right?
That's the name. Right? Yeah.
Okay. Right. But they cast Diana Ross because why? She had more name recognition, or she had more star power, right?
Yeah.
And so I think it's the same, instance in this. Yes, I mean Lion King, of course, very successful. I think it's made over $600 million worldwide.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is like the second week of Lion King. But I don't know. I guess I just feel like my heart goes out to those actors who you really put the work in, and then you're overlooked when a huge blockbuster comes up like this.
Well, I believe that I think there's a purpose behind everything in terms of with her being involved in the project. And I think overall, because again, like I don't know if you've heard the entire soundtrack.
Yeah,
but
I have. It's hot. It's hot. It's wonderful.
It's awesome.
It's absolutely great.
And I believe that everybody. And this is a testament to everybody has their strengths and have their weaknesses. And sometimes, though, you can't really, because in this thing, you're going to have like we talked about before, it's a ride. You're going to have your highs, you're going to have your lows.
Yeah, we talked about it.
You're going to have sometimes where you might do something and, man, it will just catapult you into another stratosphere.
Exactly.
And then you have something that you say, ooh, I might not have, I might need to rethink that. Yeah. But anyway,
I understand she wanted to be involved because she has children and she wanted to be a part of something that her kids could probably look back in 30 years and say,
you got to think about, really the Lion King is really an institution in itself.
It is.
And it's awesome. I mean, and when you think about the caliber of just artists, from A to Z, just being part of it probably will help you improve. Yeah. If you are, considered the weakest link or whatever it might be, it might.
I will tell you, Studio Set Stages. I mean, if you go online and you go, to Twitter, you go to just all the social platforms. I mean, you'll see this controversy, and people have just been. Yeah. I mean, it just wasn't like, oh, okay, you're hating on her. Everybody want to hate on Beyonce. No. We're here at Studio Set Stage, we don't hate on people. Like, we pride ourselves in talking the truth. Right. The truth. Right. You know what I'm saying? Me being a part of the Beehive, yes, I will say this, and you guys somebody might reach back out to me and want to slap me and say, how dare you betray the queen? But yes, I'm not betraying the queen. I'm telling the queen that is something that she needs to work on a lot. A lot.
Okay.
There are things that we need to work on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's one of the things. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we've been through this over and over again. And it seems like people are so afraid to say these words, to say exactly what we're saying right now. But we want you to know, you come to Studio Set Stage, we're gonna lay it down on the line, like for real. But like I said, I mean, I totally enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
But I'm so tired of people who have put the time, who have put the work in, and then they get overlooked.
Well, that's a testament to
They have the talent.
You have to, and we've said this time and time again, this is not for the faint, and you have to stay the course, and that's what it's about, even though, there will be instances where, you have put in, you've grinded, you've done what you need to do, you due diligence, but you might not hit the mark. Don't stop. And that's a testament to don't stopping. Because we have experienced that.
Yeah.
I've experienced it personally.
And you need more than just the talent.
Yeah.
You need more than the talent. You need a lot of other things like going for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
You have to understand that, you can't be an island in this thing, and it's a collaborative effort, and it takes a team, and you have to know that it is a process. It is a process.
What they say, get your weight up. Is that what it's basically? Get your weight up. If you're trying to move in certain circles, get your weight up. And that can apply different ways.
Well, not just get your weight up, but like you said, you definitely have to put time into your craft, and you have to make sure that you hone those skills, because even when you get on, it moves that much faster.
So for all my sisters who felt like you were overlooked for NALA, because you got to be real, you got to be realistic. The Studio Set Stage, we know we have listeners in Dubai, we have listeners in the South, we have listeners in Canada, worldwide. And you know what? If you are one of those actresses who was overlooked for the role of NALA, just know that cream always rises to the top. Okay, no disrespect to Beyonce, no disrespect to the Beehive, because I'm one of them. I keep saying that. But just know that cream rises to the top. But we here at Studio Set Stage are with you, and we see you. Okay. So enough about that. So I did hear you were talking about Jay-Z, right?
Oh yeah, Jay-Z, which is hip hop's first billionaire, is really making moves, and it's a kudos to again, like we always, and I've sound like a broken record, but I'm going to push the fact that it's about ownership. Being an entrepreneur in this time and age, understanding that at the core, the foundations, the fundamentals of it, this thing is a business.
Right.
When you think about, Jay-Z, he is a billionaire. That's kudos to him understanding that it is a business.
Yeah.
And for those out there, it first starts with the idea, but then you've got to implement strategy into the struggle. And once you do that, then, hey, the sky's the limit.
Well, didn't he have like him and Meek Mill? You were talking about,
and I'm about to go into, but it's a lot of different things. I mean, first of all, Jay is also diversifying his portfolio.
He's continuing. You mean continuing to
diversify.
Oh Lord.
But recently this past week, he's actually helping others to be in position where they can take ownership.
Right.
So again, him and Meek Mills, they recently went into a joint venture together, where Meek Mill will now have his own imprint.
Wow, cool.
So
this is for music.
Yeah,
this
for
is for
music.
Okay.
I think it's going to be dealing with multimedia and also possible film and music. So, those things. And then, too, recently they were planning the Woodstock Festival. This marks the 50th anniversary since as we all know and we've heard in classic historical Woodstock festival, but they canceled the Woodstock Festival recently.
Why?
They were saying that they had certain people that was supposed to be producing it. They pulled out, and Jay-Z was one of the headliners, but he decided to pull out because I guess they I guess they couldn't get everything together with it, but hopefully we'll hear more as it develops within the next week or so on that. But definitely, with what Jay-Z has been doing in other news, I mean, he continues to push the envelope with his imprint with Rock Nation. And shout out to some of those people over there. I know some colleagues that work over there and that's doing their thing. So,
shout out to you.
Yeah.
Can I get a bag? Can I get a bag? Can y'all send us a bag? Can y'all send us a bag to Studio Set Stage? The Rock. Yeah. It's The Rock.
Okay. No, all right. Well, I don't know if you're going to get a bag like that.
I ain't going to get a bag.
Right. But nevertheless, though, I mean, again, and like I've always said before, it's understanding that in this thing, initially in this format that is now, it's considered do it yourself. But you don't have to be by yourself. You got to understand that it takes a team. Yeah. And if you can get that team together, but first you have to understand that you are a business. Right. And once you get that concept, it really makes it you really got half the battle solved. But you got to understand that you're a business first. And
you can't, and you can't flinch every time someone says no. For instance, if you get a no, like you can't like fall down and go lay in bed.
You're going to hear 100 no's before you hear, you're going to hear
Don't do like Cynthia.
No's.
Don't do like me. Don't do like me. Like one time, like this is when I was like much younger, I got a no, I got a hard no from this like really like great opportunity. I literally like went home. You guys have heard me talk about this.
They said no.
No. And they literally, like I literally could throw like a Molotov cocktail over there. But let me tell you, see now I'm like reliving I shouldn't have brought this up. But anyway,
we don't condone violence.
I literally went home, got that no, and was like laying on the floor. Like I remember being in my condo, like rolling around on the floor like a puppy. Like what? Who does that? Like who rolls around the floor crying? But I had to realize, what I'm saying? Like this is what God has chosen for me. This is the type of career, and every no has built me up. Exactly. It has made me stronger and stronger and stronger, to where I was able to get those opportunities that came after that.
Right. You might feel like a no will rip like your innards out completely and just, but it's the no's, like you said, Cynthia, it is the no's that will make you stronger. And it helps to build, and solidify what you need to push forward. And that's what it's all about.
Well, talking about pushing forward, we got to say big ups to Lena Waithe.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Moving on. The creator, producer, the writer, Lena Waithe. You know who I'm talking about. The creator of BET's Boomerang, Showtime's The Shy. I'm just a big fan. Of course, an Emmy winner. She has inked an overall deal with Amazon Studios.
Oh,
what?
Awesome.
So she will be tasked with creating like more shows, executive producing, writing, the whole nine. So we did say, so she has The Shy on. Yeah. She has Boomerang.
Right.
She is an actor. She'll be coming up in the new season of Westworld.
Oh, wow.
There's so much. She's got Queen and Slim, the feature that's slated. Like she's got so much going on. I'm like, how does she do all this, right? Like how does she handle all that? She is the epitome of a studio set stager.
Yeah, I mean, well, that just goes back to staying focused. And stay the course.
And having the right mentors, because I can't think about Mara Brock Akil, the one who created Girlfriends, one of her mentors. Right. The director and producer who created Love and Basketball. I can't think of her name right now. Gina Prince, I can't think of the whole name, but she was one of her mentors. Also, Ava DuVernay was a mentor of Lena Waithe also. So it just shows you when you have the right mentors, eventually you're going to be exactly where your mentors are.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, because there's nothing new under the sun. And you have to, know that someone came before you to help kind of paved the way.
Yeah.
And when you look at those people, like for me, when I think about, someone that, I look at as a mentor, people like Prince, Lionel Richie, Stevie Wonder.
Right.
Those for me, in terms of with music, they definitely set a precedent, and you might not
something you can
reach
follow,
that, but
exactly.
something that you can definitely follow and understand. Okay, dang, if I just get it to that point, I'm doing something right.
And don't forget, you got those mentors who are right there next to you.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Mentors who you walk out your door. Maybe you going to, I don't know, maybe you're going to Chick-fil-A. Maybe you're going to your 8 to 5. There's mentors everywhere.
Yeah,
there's mentors everywhere.
Yeah. Huh? Are you hungry?
No. What I'm saying is, like, if you're going to like your regular like 8 to 5, you know what I'm saying. Come on, okay, jokey joke. But you know what I'm saying.
I'm hungry.
There are, there are mentors everywhere, and mentors who you can put your hands on.
Right.
Not literally, because a lot of them don't want you to touch them. I had a couple of mentors.
Yeah.
But literally, like, the only way I was able to get into acting, be successful at different projects was because I had people who I could call and talk to, or I had people who I enrolled in their classes and they were directing me the right way.
Well, and understanding this too, a closed mouth don't get fed.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times, it's when I was able to speak up and speak my mind, and that, the laws of attraction, sometimes that can attract the right person,
exactly,
or that right mentor to you. And that's been my case a lot of times when, hey, I was quiet, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, you got passed over, right?
When I spoke up and I was adamant about my capabilities and what I'm able to do,
what it brings to the table, right?
What I can bring to the table, then that. Okay, well, look, give me a call. Here's my number. Or come by the studio. Or let's do this. And from there, that's how you build. Yeah. But, in this thing, it's an end result thing. So you don't really get that or understand that. And I get that all the time. I get that in emails. I get that from people reaching out to me, even students, but even people that just from the podcast reaching out and say, well, how do I start? And that's the thing. The information is out there. You just got to know not to put the cart before the horse. And there's certain things that you do. And one thing about it, and like my grandmother told me a long time ago, she said,
what grandma said?
A closed mouth don't get fed.
Hello. Well, we just want to say thank you, and we love you, Lena Waithe.
No doubt.
Like I said, just a trailblazer in her own right. Look her up if you don't know her. Studio Set Stage. Look her up right now. And I missed this part. One guy I think I saw on Twitter, if y'all, Studio Set Stage, if you're not on Twitter, you are missing out. But I think a guy had actually tweeted that, one day I hope to work with Lena Waithe, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Several years later, he's like one of her writers now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's one of her writers.
Oh, yeah.
Like, literally, he put it out into the universe.
Yeah.
I don't know if she saw it or her folks saw it or how it, I didn't go into the details as far as researching it, whatever. But he actually put it out there. And then she came back and said, speak what you want into existence.
Oh yeah, you have to
speak it. Even if you down and out, you homeless, you ain't got about $1 to your name. Just talk about it. Talk about it. Write it down. Just whatever. People laugh at you. Keep it moving.
Yeah. Understand this. There is power in the tongue.
Man, what?
There is power when you write it. You make it tangible.
What?
You make it tangible.
You better say that.
And when it's tangible, it's doable.
What? Yeah, you preaching today, Mark. You better go. Go, y'all. This is Studio Set Stage.
Yes, indeed.
Don't forget, guys, you can support us, studiosetStage.com. Go there now. Sign up for our email newsletter. Hello.
Yes, and don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and listen to us. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Google Play as well. And we've got some more things in store, so stay tuned, guys. I'm telling you, man. But sign up. Go to StudioSetStage.com.
Don't forget.
That's StudioSetStage.com.
Don't forget. Lots of Media Mondays tips you can find on YouTube, Studio Set Stage, as well as my Thespian Thursdays. Is kind of where I just drop just a minute or two tip just about theatrics and performance for those of you who are on that side. So Media Mondays, Thespian Thursdays.
Yes, indeed. And don't forget to follow me at Mark Dean Music. And from the desk of Mark Dean, we took a hiatus, but we're coming back, and we've got some other big things that's going to be in store. Got some new music that's coming soon. So guys, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Very good. I'm Cynthia Mallard.
And I'm Mark Dean.
This is Studio Set Stage. Join us next week. Peace.